All right, y'all, let's get into the 50 states of America in a little bit of a different view, because you're on state 47 coming up with this presidency, and the Jesus of the Nazar, us, is before you. So he has risen, and he is coming to gather his nation, and everybody is being given their dice in hand as they are going to be taken up to the craps table and basically rolling the hard 8. The snake eyes, the 1-1 for that berth this year, we're gonna roll those. We're gonna get kind of shocked at that craps table. Okay. So as all the secrets are exposed, this is kind of where Doji's coming in, and he can open up these files or these files. That's part of the X files. Opening up in another way is coming in and showing you what is being spent on the government and all these other things. Okay. The things before you set out in this world are part of the new heaven and earth coming, but it's also a test of the old, because it's going to help gather up the old, and the old's already been doing it. So this is kind of where that stupid mentality comes in, to where they go back. They've already been doing it. It's already been collected and gathered and whatever else is going on. So that's where you just keep moving forward instead of going backwards, okay? And that's when the birth of the old Emmanuel is given, or the angel of Emmanuel comes on to you and speaks, because we have a test of things going on here, and it actually should be a blend of stuff, to where you have the manual and the electronic, and you have a perfect blend of technology and man going together. But right now it's all haywired, and it's haywired so the beastmen can go and get their fill and be trained for right and wrong and left and right and all these other things. And this is all set up with a system before, and it's all compounded. That's where the Pandora's box has been open, and those are of the old mindset and such. It's going to be hard to go forward for them, and that's where you have the kids today is like, they're filming, who cares, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's a whole new world. I hear people all the time saying the salon, and they say, but they got their kids doing the same old shit. So it just shows you that they don't have a clue. They know what's going on, but they don't have a clue what's going on. It's like they've been transported into some time machine, and they're looking for a way back home. And Trump has that key home, as he is that dawn of time, and he has the Mars mission with him, and the people going to Mars is going to the so-called new earth and whatever, but that's also the god of war. So as Mars comes along and brings us to a new time frame, that's where you have the god of war coming in and gathering the children at the same time, and all shit going loose on the old Revelation time frames popping out for the Revelation end on the 22 to the 26 on the alphabet. I've been saying this whole time, and now we're here at the final time frame for the 24 clock on the 22 end, and it's the 23 hour on the 9/11, and now we're going into that 24 hour in 2025 as at 48 on the king being dead, and all these things are looping. Okay, so the Kamala can come on as a flip-flop as Trump comes on as a czar. Okay, he has these kings doing this, that, and the other. He goes behind the glass. Kamala comes over here. She's already has this the women's lib and all this Lady Liberty going over here or whatever. So this is where they can do the right over here. De Satan, I've told you, in the Florida, cast down to the ground. Then you have the Lady Lib on the left side, California, the Cowley for the and then you got the noose there, right there, so she can take it in hand and pull it back. But that's where you'd see that going on. And then Texas, they can flip out because Elon's doing this, that, and the other, and they got the Antichrist right there before them in the heartland as far as the Bible Belt's concerned, and the Red Nation and all that kinds of stuff. So this would be a flip-flop on the things I told you, and to where we get into that long game, that 4-year and 8-year, to the 48 and 49, and to where Trump gathers his nation of Texas, or down there is the way I see it at the moment. But that's why Texas is off grid. It has 6 flags over Texas. He's got the 7th flag as the garden is growing dark up here. It's getting its light taken out. They set up the new, they're setting up the new stock thing in Texas. Okay, y'all, so we're going back to where it all came from, and then that we're going back into heaven where Lucifer gets back into heaven. We go back to the electricity, free power, all this stuff coming in the future to the utopia time frame. All right, but the hardships and all these things are just, for the way I see it, are for that hard 8 or 12 or whatever for the craps game, to get us in and out because of what's been done. And it's kind of like the kid's in trouble and needs to be grounded or spanked and those kinds of things. That's the spanking, the pandemic, and all that stuff coming. But either way, we got to end it here.